not living under a rock, or you were born this morning if you haven't heard of the brand Kayali, because they've been making the waves quite recently. Anyway, Kayali was launched in 2018 with the release of their very first collection, which had 4 bottles in there, which I believe are musk, elixir, vanilla, and citrus. Now, it may probably not be news to you, but all the names of their perfumes have numbers next to the names, and the numbers are supposedly the number of times the brand had to keep making adjustments to the scent until they had the very perfect or the most perfect scent to share with us. So for instance, in the case of the very popular, very loved vanilla 28, the number 28 signifies the number of times that the brand had to do adjustments or redo the scent over and over and over again until we have the scents that we know, we like, we love today. And I actually use the term like and love very loosely because I may like it but you don't, and that's totally fine. So I've got all my bottles next to me now, so we can jump right down to business, and we are going to start with Utopia Vanilla Cocoa. This has the number 21 next to it, meaning that the juice was, you know, adjusted 21 times and all that. And up until today, I think I should say that this was my favorite of the lots that I have tried, not even the vanilla 28, which is very popular, and I'll tell you why in a bit. And anyways, I don't even know whether my sentiment is going to change today after I try the other ones that I just got recently. But before we talk about the juice, let me just tell you the fragrance notes. This has coconuts, jasmine, honeysuckle, bourbon, vanilla, and sandalwood in there. And let's spray so that I can re-familiarize myself with the scent. Actually, no lies, this is really my favorite from the lot I tried. On first spray, you get like a sweet but creamy coconut accord. Really lovely. It's not overly sweet. It's not, you know, there are certain sweet fragrances that can be a little overbearing. This is not that. This is right in the middle of sweet and creamy. That sandalwood gives it a little, it gives an extra layer to the creamy nature of this scent. It's a little soft, but by no means not easily forgettable, if that makes sense. And this is the sense that I classify as a cuddle worthy scent. You know, when you want to get up close and comfy with someone, this is a sense that would do perfectly. It's really inviting but comforting at the same time. I like how it feels warm and cozy as well. Anyway, so the vanilla in here, in as much as they mention the bourbon vanilla, it doesn't come across to me as boozy, because most fragrances, or some of the fragrances I've come across that have the bourbon vanilla, can sometimes have like a boozy nature to it, but not in this instance, at least not to my nose. For me, what I can pick more of is that creamy coconut accord blended with the vanilla and the sandalwood. And of course, the jasmine is right there in the background, giving it a little of a white floral hint. It's not to the point where if you don't like white florals, you wouldn't like this, because the jasmine in here is not like the class prefect. You know, it's more or less like the student at the back of the class. That's what I get with this one. Always brings a smile to my face. I like this one. I feel like this one is hardly spoken about. This is not so popular, but at the same time, it deserves to be in the limelight, you know. But I don't know why. Anyway, at least I'm happy. The more people don't wear this, the more it makes it more unique for me to wear, you know. Anyway, so that's about it. I feel like this has that lady vibe, that soft spoken lady who isn't out there to show off, but at the same time you get close to her and you feel like, oh, that's a lady of substance. This is Utopia Vanilla Cocoa right here. Lovely juice. Love it, love it, love it. I feel like it's also a scent that can do well all year round. Actually, you can wear it in warm weather without feeling like it's a bit much, because it's not really outspoken. But also in colder months you can also rock it and it will give you like that warm, fuzzy, cuddly feeling, you know. Yeah, anyway, so let me not talk too much about this. I'm just going to place it down. Let me just place it somewhere together with the test strip so that I don't mix it with the others. Now on to the next bottle. We are talking about Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper number 25. And to be perfectly honest, in as much as it looks like I have used a little bit of the juice, I honestly can't remember the scent, and I feel like that should be a red flag, but not necessarily, just means that maybe the scent wasn't memorable to me, so I'm going to reapply it and see what I think about it. But basically, this has pink pepper, obviously, bergamot, saffron, Bulgarian rose, vanilla orchid, and again sandalwood. I feel like there's sandalwood in a lot of the, if not all, the Kayali fragrances, but we'll find out in a bit. Let's do a little spritz and see. So this is a spicy rose, that's all I can say. I'll say it's a spicy rose that is a little bit fresh. Doesn't really have much else to it. I hardly can get any sandalwood so far. Basically nothing else, so I'm not even going to waste time on this. I'll just say that if you're looking for a spicy rose scent that is not exactly unique, you might want to consider this. I would probably, I'm happy I bought a 10 ml bottle. If I wanted to buy like, you know, 100 ml bottles or 50 ml bottles of the Kayali scents, I would probably not pick this one. You might like it, that's totally fine, but for me, I feel like there are other rose scents out there that would be more, you know, memorable or might have more character. This for me is not giving anything special right now. It just feels like a regular everyday perfume that smells okay-ish. So if you like rose scents or you like collecting rose scents, then you can try this. I've already opened the Yum Pistachio Gelato because it made quite a lot of noise when it came out. I think this is the bottle that was, you know, somebody leaked the bottle or something. There was a little bit drama around it. So when the bottles came, I was actually really curious and I couldn't wait, and I just opened it. So I've smelled this already. I'm just going to give it a new spritz here and see what we are liking. But basically, because of the gelato name, because of the fact that it's like Yum Pistachio Gelato, what's the number? Okay, so this is number 33, meaning they reformulated this 33 times. I'm guessing to give us the perfect pistachio ice cream scent, because if it's not giving ice cream, I would be disappointed. But like I said, I've already smelled this, and I can just give a disclaimer right now. This is not giving ice cream. It's not giving me gelato, please. Anyway, the notes we have are pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. Now, like I said, when I sprayed this, I was fully expecting to be hit with a pistachio, you know, ice creamish scent. Actually, this is the second time I'm spraying it, and no, it's still not giving ice cream. I don't get any gelato feel. I don't get any ice creamish sensation or feeling or vibe here. And just so you know, I'm not being biased, I had a colleague try this because I tested it at work. I actually had 3 people try this, and no, none of them could pick up any, you know, they didn't think it was like a gelato vibe. And also I think two of the ladies said they couldn't pick up any pistachio whatsoever, and I'm tempted to agree with them, because honestly I was expecting this to have like a pronounced pistachio vibe, you know, but it's sadly missing. Sadly missing. I don't know why this is a pistachio fragrance, and I don't know why this was adjusted 33 times and the pistachio scent is still missing for me. I feel like I've been cheated, but then again, I'm not the ultimate at reviewing fragrances, so you know, I feel like I'm a little bit salty, but at the same time I have to be fair and nice, so I'll not say too much. All I'll say is that if you're looking for like a lactonic fragrance with a little bit of a nutty accord going on in the background, you can definitely try this. And it does last like a decent number of hours. I think I sprayed it on and it lasted the whole day, so I think it does well in the performance department. But as to whether it gives me cotton candy, marshmallow, whipped cream vibes, not necessarily. It just gives me a milky nuance, a milky and nutty nuance. And actually this might sound a little bit crazy, but the more it dries down, the more it reminds me of Xerjoff, Italica by Xerjoff, the Casa Murati Xerjoff Italica comes to mind when I spray this, or the more this dries down. And in that light, I will say that I'm tempted to say I will keep giving this a chance, because actually I'm not much of a fan of lactonic fragrances, you know, milky fragrances, but I actually tend to like the Italica fragrance, which was a surprise to even me myself. So maybe, who knows, I might end up liking this. But if I had to choose between Italica and this, I'll probably go for Italica, in the sense that it gives me a little more, whereas this gives, all it gives is like, you can't even pinpoint what kind of nutty accord you are getting. You just feel like, okay, it does have a nutty vibe, a little booziness going on, and a lot of the lactonic vibes, and that's pretty much it. So that's my 2 cents on Yum Pistachio Gelato. We'll put this down as well and move on to our 4th bottle. So up next we have the La Fez Burning Cherry, and this is what it looks like. Actually, what's the number? Okay, so this is La Fez Burning Cherry number 48, and this is how the tiny box looks like. Like I said, I bought only the 10 ml bottles. So we have the bottle at the back. I feel like the bottles are cute. The packaging for all the sizes are also cute. For me, I would never get those long travel bottles. No, I like the cute 10 ml bottles. I heard some people bought from Sephora and got the long ones, and those people were pretty upset because they wanted the cute bottles. Anyway, so this is what this one is packaged like, and it has burning cherry, raspberry, praline, palo santo, gaiac wood, and patchouli in here. And I don't think I have a lot of cherry fragrances. Actually, this might be the no, I don't want to lie. I feel like I have some cherry fragrances, but I probably haven't noticed or gotten around to opening them. So let's just smell this and see if we get something interesting, hopefully, because so far I've tried 3 bottles. Out of the 3, obviously I'm probably biased, but 1 is my favorite. The other 2, the pink pepper sweet diamond, is actually, now that I think of it, I feel like the pink pepper sweet diamond has a little more dense, is it dense? I don't want to butcher the English, but basically it feels more heavy because I can still get a whiff of it in the environment or in the air or wherever the phrase is, whereas the Utopia Vanilla Cocoa or whatever the name is has gone to bed. So I feel like, okay, for the very first two I tried, let me get the name correct. Utopia Vanilla Cocoa is the girl that would go out but still managed to go home early, maybe by 9 p.m. ish, and go to bed, because we are not about that gangster all night out life. And Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, even though it has the sweet in the name, is that maybe naughty girl, maybe that girl that comes across like she's shy, unassuming, quiet, but at the end of the day becomes a freak, because freak in a nice way because I can still perceive it in the air. And I feel like I probably didn't give it much time to develop, because now that it's not even anywhere close to me, I can pick it up and it feels so heavy. So maybe if you're looking for a light, airy fragrance, the Cocoa Vanilla Utopia, whatever, is your choice. If you're looking for a dense rose forward fragrance, then probably the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper is your choice. With regards to, okay, so maybe I'll rate them after the video. With regards to the Yum Pistachio Gelato, I would say that I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I feel like it just smells like a scent that I like. So that's the reason why I don't like hate it. But it's not so special or different or unique either, and it didn't give me what I thought it would give. So in that sense, I'm a little bit disappointed. But yeah, enough rambling about those three. Let's move on. You know, in life you don't dwell on the shit that happens. Dust yourself off and move on. Don't stay on the ground too long. And we are spraying. Okay. I might have just found one that I can say, I feel like I like this. Like, you know, that first impression is giving. It's giving something. I don't know what it's giving yet, but I'm liking what it's giving. Okay, so this is La First Burning Cherry. I just literally sprayed a little bit, and okay, I have a little sourness, a little earthiness, a little bit of a smoky vibe going on as well. And I don't know why, but if you've ever tried Tango by Mask Milano, this is giving me tango vibes right here, which is another fragrance that I love to bits. I don't know why that is making me love this, but here again, I'm not picking up like an extremely pronounced cherry vibe. It's right there, but this might probably be what you would consider a well blended scent, because not one note is jumping up at me to say hey, hi, whatever. This is giving me, again, this is coming across like an intense fragrance. It's coming across like a smoky, incensey vibe with a little bit of the cherry on top to like sort of lighten the mood, you know. Okay, I feel like this is actually, who knows, all the Kayali fragrances might be unisex at a point, but this is really nice. This is really nice. I like this one. Let's say of all the four, it still hasn't defeated my Utopia Vanilla Cocoa, but it's a strong contender. I'm really pleased with this one. It's coming across as like, you know, a scent that has a depth to it, and probably this would, you know, do so well in like cold weather. It would give you like some deep seated like nuances. It has that smoky vibe here is so nice. I've even closed the box. I sprayed in the box, I've closed it, and I can still pick it up. And now I feel like this is the sense that, you know, when you've had a breakup and then you find a new boo and they make you forget all about I was going to use a very bad word, by whoever broke your heart or whoever you broke their hearts. You know, this is the guy or the lady that makes you forget your ex. That's what I'm trying to say, because previously the what's it called, the sweet diamond pink pepper was all up in the air, and this has just cleared it. Now all I can pick up is that I feel like the name is so apt. That's burning cherry name, very apt, because it feels like a smoky, incensey cherry scent. Delightful. Let's move on to the next bottle. I was so ready to put this fragrance down, but I just can't stop, you know, inhaling it. It's so lovely. It's a little woody, a little aromatic, a little bit balsamic. You know, let me just spray a little bit more. I don't want to forget this scent just yet. Honestly, it's, but I just sprayed it right now, and why is it giving me a little medicinal vibe that I didn't pick up previously when I sprayed it? But that's not really a bad thing at this point. I feel like overall it's a really lovely scent. It's giving a little woody, a little incensey, a little bit aromatic, a little bit balsamic, and some berry fruity nuance that is not really pronounced. But overall, not bad, not bad. At the end of the video, like I said, I'll try and rate all the scents I have sprayed so far, so just stay till the end, okay? So up next is Vanilla Royal Sugared Patchouli number 64. Is it number? Yes, at least for once I got a name in one go. This is Vanilla Royal Sugared Patchouli number 64, and this is how the 10 ml is packaged. This one has vanilla, it has golden rum, creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, and sugared patchouli. From the notes, I'm guessing this is going to be like a sweet fragrance, because it's got sugar, it's got creme brulee, it's got vanilla absolute. I'm guessing it's probably going to be like a boozy sweet vanilla scent that's a little bit earthy based on the patchouli in here. Actually, I realized, oh, the bottles are so cute. I realized that a lot of people like patchouli, so for me, when I saw that, like, you know, it had sugared patchouli in the name, I was like, that's really bold, you know, because I thought this wasn't going to get as much hype as it did because of the patchouli. I thought people don't like patchouli, but then again, this caught like wildfire. But let me just stop talking and spray a little bit and see. Wow. Wow. I feel like the first time I sprayed this, there should have been that, like, you know how in movies, what's this useless fly disturbing me? I'm so sorry, but this definitely deserves to be an intense fragrance, whereas the pistachio something honestly doesn't deserve that much hype. Now that I think about it, I feel like all the Kayali fragrances remind me of other perfumes. maybe not a good thing, but not necessarily, maybe not a bad thing, but not necessarily a good thing. That's what I meant to say, because they are not extremely unique. This reminds me of Dark by Acro Fragrances. Does it have any nuts in here? It doesn't, but it actually makes me think of like a hazelnut accord, whereas the fragrance that was supposed to have hazelnuts in there wasn't giving me pronounced hazelnuts. But this is a love. This is a strong love. Is it love? No, a strong like, not love. If you like patchouli, if you like sweet fragrances, I feel like you would probably like this one. If you love boozy bourbon vanilla vibes in your fragrance, you will definitely love this one. This is giving me like a boozy vanilla with some earthy nuance. It's sweet. I won't lie to you, it's sweet. Not to the point, for me, not to the point of being annoying, but might be a little bit too sweet for someone. And it strangely has some nutty accord in the background, even though there are no nuts in the notes. And if you don't really like oudi fragrances, I'll still say try this one, because even though this has agar wood, which they've labeled royal oud in this one, the oud is 100% very silent. Or let me say, I still can't pick up any oud. I feel like if there's oud in here, it's really delicate and quiet and soft. Maybe I'll let it develop a little bit more, and as always, put my comments about it on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm on Instagram and TikTok as Iriscented. You can check out my pages, follow me, join the family, and stay tuned for even more information than I put here on YouTube sometimes. So that's about it for Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli number 64. I feel like they did a damn good job with this one, because it's giving everything it needs to give and even more. I like it, and I'll just say that this is probably not a scent to wear in hot weather. This would be more appropriate for maybe like cooler weather. In hot weather, it might be a little bit too much, and I'm not ashamed to say this, but for once, I feel like I should just interject that sometimes overspraying might be a bit much. Let's be considerate of the people around us, because I won't lie, I am the #1 ambassador for overspraying, you know, until just yesterday somebody decided to come to the office with a perfume that I didn't even want to know what perfume it was, but it was so loud, strong, and overbearing that it actually gave me a headache, to the point where it didn't smell bad, but it was just too much, and it was everywhere in the office. And we have an open layout in the office, so it was like there was nowhere to hide. So it got me thinking, is this how other people feel when, like, you know, I overspray and all that? So maybe I'm a changed woman from today. I'll try not to overspray and give people headaches. So maybe I'll probably not wear this to the office, but at home, not even at home, it feels like a bit much for home, but maybe going out, and especially in colder weather, I'll definitely rock this. And I feel like this would definitely suits both genders. A lady, a gentleman can both wear it without the gentleman feeling like it's a little bit too feminine, or the lady feeling like it's a little bit too masculine. It's right there in the middle. Not all year round appropriate, more for cooler weather. Definitely not one that I would recommend as a signature scent, unless you want to be known as the guy or the lady who is fond of blocking people's noses, you know, and not in a good way. So it's a good fragrance. It's a fabulous fragrance, but I feel like this is like more for a niche, you know. It has to be something that you would pick up and say, oh, I like this kind of fragrance. Not like there's no a crowd pleaser. It's not like for the masses. So that's what I have to say about it. And that brings us to the end of today's video. If you are still here and you haven't yet subscribed, it would really mean a lot to me if you could hit the subscribe button and join the family, especially if you love to smell good, if you want to know what to choose before you buy it. Don't go blind buying. Just visit my channel, watch a few reviews. If you are even thinking of a fragrance to buy, chances are hopefully I might have maybe gotten my hands on it. So feel free to let me know in the comment section what bottle you would love me to review for you. In fact, this is a little warning to you know who. Don't send me pictures of bottles that you know it will take me 1 million years to buy. In fact, even if I live 1 million years on this set, I don't think I'll be able to afford those bottles. Don't send me those bottles. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or bottles you would like to try, or you want to know what they smell like, feel free to give me a shout and I'll try my best to get my hands on that bottle to review for you. So in other news, it's a bye from me for now. Take care, stay safe, love you guys.